Mulloway or jewfish are a prized catch for fishermen and spearfishermen alike. They are found in the more temperate waters up and down the east and west coast of Australia, where in the northern parts of the country you'll often run into black dew. In Australia, jewfish have been known to grow to over 40 kilograms, but more commonly seen around the 10 to 15 kilo bracket. You often target these fish in two areas, the shallow headlands in washes and offshore reefs. This issue we're going to be focusing on wash diving for jewfish. Almost every headland will hold jewfish at some stage. You don't need a boat to get to these spots, nor do you have to be a very experienced diver to get out and target these fish. If you're keen and willing to get in on these headlands, sooner or later you've got to run into a nice school of dew. One of the biggest dangers when hunting dew on headlands is the swell. Even on the flattest of days, you still need to be very vigilant of what's going on around you. A big set can come in at any time. The best way to avoid getting in trouble with a large swell is just to simply duck dive under and wait for the swell to pass you.
Big school of dew.
Headlands will often hold smaller dew. These are sub 10 kilo fish that are often referred to as soapies. Be aware that recently in New South Wales the size limit was raised from 45 centimetres to 70 centimetres. On headlands and breakwalls you will also encounter other desirable species, like mangrove jack. Dew on headlands can sometimes be a little skittish, especially in clear water or if somebody's given them a touch-up. In the shallow waters of the headlands, the bomb dive approach isn't usually the best. Occasionally you can plant one on the fly. Obviously, shot placement will probably suffer. Approaching the dew along the bottom is definitely the best way to get close to these fish. Though out in the open when there's not a lot of cover, they can still prove challenging to get close to. In this scene, we can see Tim swimming up a gutter on a headland in northern New South Wales. As he looks up, you can see this gutter is completely covered by whitewater. This provides some excellent cover when stalking these fish. Ignoring these great table-sized bream, he continues on with the hunt. As the school materialises, keeping low and calm helps in a steady shot. Often the best dew gutters have two entrances. This is the gutter Tim swam up on the right, but he will exit with the fish here on the left. Keeping an eye out for swell here is really important. This is an excellent area for you to lose your goggles, your snorkel, flippers, or in my case, your GoPro, filming this segment for STM last week. In these washy areas, it can be really difficult to hold your gun steady. You can see this one floating up and around with the swell, so a short, powerful gun is ideal for this sort of diving. As previously mentioned, diving to the bottom and getting some cover like these boulders really stacks the odds in your favour when trying to shoot these fish. We can see this school of dew here is sitting and taking cover under the stirred up sand from the swell. Dew will often hide under these big clouds of sand on headlands. Pay close attention to where these areas are, that's where the dew most often frequent. Absolutely anyone can get out and have a crack at these fish on headlands. You've just got to put in the time and the effort, and you'll soon come up trumps.
This episode, as we're looking at shooting jewfish, we thought we'd extract the jewels out of this 16 kilo fish and just give you a bit of a how-to on how to extract the jewels. I like to cut the throat here first, through like that and down into the back of the gills. This is a bit bloody, my apologies on that, but it's the only way you can do this. I generally prefer to take the gills all the way out. Just means less to get in the road. Give it a bit of a wash so you can see this and don't get too much blood in there. This white area bone right here is what they call the jewel box. Get my dive knife. I like having this jewel box like that. There, just get a knife in there. Try and flick them out. If you get lucky, you can flick them out. And Tim didn't get lucky today. Yes, he did. There's one. One odorless. Second one, if he's a little tough, just give him a flip down like that. And he pops out. Small dew can be heaps easier to remove the jewels. Here I got lucky and I removed them both in one go.
These are actually the jewfish's ear bones, and they can be used in the aging of the fish.
Once I remove these jewels, give them a bit of a wipe over, get them nice and clean and dry, and I've got my little skull that we stick all the jewels in, and this is mine from the last couple of years. Stick them in there. Takes a lot to fill that one, but yeah, few dew.
Somehow he managed to convince Canadian Rick to eat the heart of his first Jew. Check this out.
Dewy heart, smash it, still beating. Oh, still beating. Spank that thing down there. I can't believe you just ate that. What an idiot! Eats a heart.
Since 2008, Rife Oceania has worked hard to bring you great products, service and pricing. In that time, we have grown to become Australia's #1 Rife dealer. With the biggest range in Australia, we're confident if you're looking for some Rife kit, we'll have it. Give us a call or visit our website. Chances are we'll have it in stock. With our flat rate of shipping of only $9.90 via Air Express anywhere in Australia, you'll be back on the water in no time.